Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kristen Brown, and I'm a self-love mastery coach. And I'm here to talk to you guys today about how to build your confidence. I promise you, you are not the only person who is feeling unconfident. In fact, I wager to bet that probably the majority of people who have ever lived, who are living now, and who will live in the future are going to deal with lack of confidence. That is for one particular reason. And that is when we first come here as souls and we enter into the human body, then we know nothing other than our divinity. We know nothing other than our true worth. But as the brain starts to grow and our brain waves start to increase and we develop an ego, which is designed to protect us, then it starts to scan the environment for ways that we are not enough. Not only that, we receive messages from the outside world. It could be from parents, it could be from friends, it could be from religions, it could be from society, it could be from anybody that tells us that we're not enough. So because of that newly forming ego, that starts to drain our worthiness cup and we start to lack confidence about who we are. If you go back just a little bit to your childhood, you could see that many of us were just doing whatever we wanted to do. We didn't think anything of anything. We didn't even know that lack of confidence was a thing because we were just functioning from our authentic self. But once we received these messages from the outside world, our confidence started to drain and we started to believe that we are not enough in one area or we are too much in another area. Not only that, we started to compare ourselves to the people around us. We started to look at the people that were getting the love, approval, and acceptance, or at least what we thought were getting the love, approval, and acceptance. And we started to form ideas and thought systems about why they were getting that. Let's say we thought because this girl's pretty, or that girl drives a nice car, or this one's tall, or that guy's got big muscles, or he smiles a lot, or whatever it was. And we started to think that there's something is wrong with us. But I guarantee you, those people too, and I'm especially thinking back to high school, but this also goes beyond. It really just starts to show up in high school. I guarantee you, most of those people, unless they have had really self-actualized and wise parents that knew how to guide them, which many of us didn't, then the majority of those people probably had a lack of confidence. I have seen people that have been so incredibly good at what they do. They've been amazing, where we just look at them out in the world and think, wow. And then when it comes to light later, that they had struggled with a lack of confidence their entire life. So please know that there's nothing wrong with you. You're not exclusively flawed. You're not fatally flawed. You're not the only person out in the world that is struggling with this. Know that this is the human experience, and it is okay that you are feeling this way right now. However, what we want to do is build that confidence back up again. So how do we do that? We do that by refilling that worthiness cup. Okay, we came here with the full cup, all right? And then at some point, the bottom dropped out when we started to receive messages and all of our self-worth drained out, or a majority of it did. So the key is to pop that bottom back up on the bottom of the cup and to fill that cup with things that will actually fill it. So here's the scoop. Many times we think we have to change the way we're acting or the way we look or the way we sound, or the way we talk, or the way we laugh, or whatever it is. It's something in the external world that we think we need to change. And when we do that, we actually put on masks. We become someone that we're not. And then we go out into the world and we seek this approval. And guess what? We will get it sometimes. Sometimes we're going to get that approval from other people, and that's going to enter the worthiness cup. And for a moment, it's going to feel good. It's going to feel like instant gratification. Yay, people like me. I'm approved of. I can have some confidence, or maybe even just a shred of confidence for a minute. But what happens is any love, approval, and acceptance that comes from the outside world is not the cure. It goes in the top of the worthiness cup and flies right out the bottom. But what does work is anything that we give to ourselves. Now, I did this work myself. It's some 10, 12 years ago, but I'm here to tell you that this is an ongoing journey. This returning to the love inside of ourselves, the unconditional love and the unconditional worthiness of who we are, which is unquestionable. When we return back to that repeatedly, we are going to naturally and organically raise our confidence. Because what is raising our confidence? It is actually raising our self-worth. Our confidence is a natural byproduct of knowing our worth. So the key is to go within and to start to give yourself love, approval, and acceptance for exactly who you are. It's about attaching to the internal traits of you and not all this external stuff that society puts so much emphasis on and pressure on, that we have to look like this and sound like that and wear this outfit and do this thing. All of those things are just distractions from putting us into the place where we can truly fill our worthiness cup. So when we go internally to self and we start to look at all the beautiful traits that we possess, our intrinsic qualities, let's say it could be something like you're very forgiving, you're very loving, you're very giving, you're very kind. Maybe you're someone who introspects. Maybe you're someone who's got a natural artistic ability. Maybe you're someone who is very compassionate to other people. All of those things are your true value. They are made up of the essence of love. They are made up of God's truth. And every single person on this planet has God's love and truth inside of them. So the key is to connect with that internal parts of yourself and start to love every little tiny bit of you. When you do that, the bottom's going to pop up on your worthiness cup and you're going to fill it from a source that actually sticks. And what happens is your cup is going to raise. And guess what? This is also the cure for neediness and desperation. When we fill our worthiness cup, no longer are we out there in the world being needy and desperate and accepting the unacceptable and being unwilling to set healthy boundaries because we're afraid that we're going to lose this person who we believe is our source of love. So in order to build your confidence, the key is to stop looking out in the world for everybody to fill that for you and start to give it to yourself. I hope you guys got a lot from this today. This is something that is near and dear to my heart. And I really hope that something clicked inside of you and you're like, yeah, I'm going to start applying this to myself. And the key is to be very disciplined in your practice, be very consistent in your practice. And I promise you, you're going to see in probably 30 days time, when you have a consistent practice, that you are just going to naturally show up in the world more confidently. And here's the thing. I tell people this all the time. Our healing does not look like a marching band playing and fireworks and fanfare. What it is just a slight, slow, gradual internal shift where we're just going to start to notice we feel different and we're acting differently. All right, you guys, thank you for being here. If you're new here, I invite you to subscribe and turn on notifications. But I also really love when you guys leave me comments. I comment to everybody's comment that I can. And I'm super thankful that you joined me for this episode today. Until next time, everybody, remember, you matter. Now go love yourself.